Okay, welcome back. I'm Alan Loibner-Waitkus. I wanted to do I'm calling this a 2-week your update for week 2. I wanted to go over a couple of things that I'm noticing, some trends, and then I wanted to give you some updates on some other stuff. And I'm about to post the Emily Dickinson video. It's taking forever, but number one thing, let's go over some things here. Watch the videos. Of course, it's ironic that I'm mentioning that in a video, but watch the videos for several reasons. The main being, a lot of times, including in the Dickinson one I'm going to post soon, I give you, hint, hint. Of course, you can't see me winking. I have on sunglasses because it's bright out here. But I may give you, hints on what's on the midterm. I try to keep them short so they can keep your attention. I mean, and just think, if we were doing a on-campus class this summer, you'd be watching me teach for 3 hours lecturing straight through. So, a 20-minute video shouldn't kill you. Do the readings. That's going to be key too. Remember, you have 3 grades in here, or 4 different grades. Reading responses, which you could BS your way through. The midterm and final, which are 20% each as well. And that has a lot to do with not just reading it, but again, listening to what I've had to say about it. And like I said, that's where you're going to get the hints. And then finally, the essay. Let's go on the essay just for a second. With this final essay, this is as upper level as we teach at a 2-year college literature class, and I will post, or as we go through the semesters with videos, I'll toss out some ideas on paper topics, but I don't say specifically these are your choices or write on this. You need to kind of be thinking of what we've read for this class that you enjoyed, some different ideas that you had. Again, you're not writing a book report. I know what it's about. You're writing an analysis, and so you're looking for some specific angle and something interesting to write about. So you can always call me and just say, I really like going to meet the man. What are some paper ideas? Or text me, or send me a course message, even though phone is the best option there, so we can really kind of have a decent back and forth. Speaking of, I'm compiling the data from the SurveyMonkey to see if y'all do actually want to do again, not mandatory, voluntary kind of class meeting times and that kind of thing. And I'll let you know what dates and when and how that's going to work out when I crunch the numbers. Reading responses are due the Friday of the week that the reading is assigned. Or no, I'm sorry, it's Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Now, I generally give late ones full credit, but don't start pushing it. It's one of those things where you forget one week or you didn't have a chance to read, and I'm pretty forgiving. I usually don't. It's until I'm going back the next week grading and notice, okay, this person has not turned one in on time, or at midterm you decide to try to do 10 of them, or at the end of the semester you try to shove it in. That's not going to work. Again, I want you to encourage you to do the work and not give up, even if you get behind, but at the same time, don't take advantage of me. Now, this week's readings, I wanted, and a lot of you may have already read them. I'm talking about the ones that you're supposed to do the reading responses for by the Saturday night. The Yellow Wallpaper, the other 2, The Road Not Taken, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. And let me just hit really quickly on those. The Yellow Wallpaper is an epistolary, which means it's written in letter form, document form. This being kind of a diary, we can assume. Some examples of that would be The Color Purple is actually an epistolary. The Diary of Anne Frank would be an epistolary. The movie, which was originally a book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, is an epistolary. And so there's a lot of things that go into there. Now, why is that key to understanding we'll talk about that more when I do my notes, but more importantly, that's one of your literary terms, and so you need to be aware of what that means. The other 2, again, when you're reading the other 2, think in terms of setting, okay? And remember, setting is not just where it takes place, it's as importantly when it takes place. And so what we have here is divorce, and I want you to keep in mind, I think I Googled it a few years ago, and at the time only 10 states even allowed divorce. So be thinking about how that setting plays a role there in that. The Road Not Taken and Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, I want you to dig deeper, and I really want you, in fact, I'll yell a little bit during the video on the Road Not Taken, because it is the most incorrectly taught piece of literature I'm aware of. Both of those are by Robert Frost, and so you'll write one reading response for both of those combined. But think, especially that last stanza, think, is this the motivational BS I've been fed for years, or did Frost intend something else? Okay, so that's where we are. Again, catch up on the reading responses, watch the videos, read what you can, and then again, do not hesitate under any circumstances to call me.